In this video, we're going to take a quick look at the two different ways to manage charges within the Milecross Commission System. The Commission System allows you to add a one-off charge to an advisor statement, or alternatively it allows you to set up recurring charges that recur every week or every month, for example. So to get started, we'll take a look at how to add a one-off charge. So if we go to our business statements and view the summary for this particular commission run, we can see here that we have one advisor whose name is Mark Burns, and if we click through to view his statement, we can see that there's nothing here. It's empty. So if on a given commission run we wanted to add a one-off charge for Mark, what we would do is we would go to the commission processing menu, and you'll see the option add manual payment. So if we click on that, on the next screen we're asked to choose a payment type, and from the drop down menu we would choose charge and press continue. And on this screen then we make sure we have the correct commission run selected, we make sure that we have the correct advisor selected, so in this case it's Mark Burns. And then in the charge type drop down we have two options. We can either charge Mark or we can issue him a refund. In this case we're going to charge him, and we're going to charge him £500, and in the description box we're going to say website setup fee, because we've helped Mark set up a website for his business. And then once we've checked the data and we're happy that everything's correct, we would press the add charge button, and we can see that it has been successfully added. And if we then go back to the business statements section and pull up the summary, and we click through to Mark Burns' commission statement, we can then see that there is indeed a new charge on Mark's commission statement for £500, and the description is website setup fee. So that's how we would add a one-off charge. It's important to point out that under the commission processing menu, the add manual payment option only appears once you have imported your commission spreadsheet and processed it. So once you've imported and processed your data, at that point the add manual payment option will become available, and you can then go in and add further custom charges to your advisor statements. The second way to manage charges are to set up what are called recurring charges. And the idea behind this is that if you have advisors who you charge regularly, whether that be weekly or monthly for particular services, you can load this information into the system. You can load it in once, and the system will then automatically add those charges every time you process your commissions. And the way those are managed is we go to the Administration and Management menu and go to Manage Charges, and we're then asked to choose a frequency. So in this case we want to add some monthly charges. So we choose monthly and click on View Charges. Now we can see that there are no recurring charges set up currently. So to set up a new recurring charge, we would go to the Add Charge tab, and on this screen then we would select the advisor. So again we'll choose Mark Burns, and we're going to say let's charge Mark £25. Under credit and debit, that's going to be a debit. The comments, we're going to charge Mark £25 for his monthly webmail access, because we're also providing him with an email account. And the final step then is to set up a start date and an end date. So we would say that we want this charge to be active from the 1st of August 2022, and we want that to run to Well, in actual fact, we want this to run for more or less indefinitely. So what we would do is we would choose the 1st of August and we would set that to something like the year 2050. And finally, frequency we set to monthly because it's a monthly recurring charge. And press the add charge button. And we can see then that that has been stored in the system, that Mark Burns is to be charged £25 a month from anytime from the 1st of August 2022 to the 1st of August 2050, and the charge is monthly webmail access. Once your monthly recurring charges have been entered and stored in the system, the final point to talk about is how these are added to the advisor's weekly or monthly commission statements, and that happens when you import your spreadsheet and then you go to the Process Open Work section. You will notice that there's a section titled Charges, and there are 2 checkboxes. The first one says Apply Weekly Charges, and the second one says Apply Monthly Charges. And by putting a tick in either or both of those boxes, will tell the system to fetch all of the charges that you have added, whether they are weekly or monthly, and automatically apply them to the current commission run that you are processing. So for example, if we had just imported some OpenWork data, we would select the OpenWork spreadsheet, we would make sure that the correct processing date was selected, and in this case we have no weekly charges set up, so we can untick that. And if we put a checkbox beside monthly charges, what the system will do is it will go across to our recurring monthly charges. It will see that there's one for Mark Burns, and it will automatically put a charge on his commission statement for the amount of £15 and for the reason of monthly webmail access. If for any reason you make a mistake when you're entering the recurring charge data, you can delete recurring charges off by pressing the delete button. The system will ask you to confirm deletion, which you can do by pressing confirm, and at that point you can then go back into the add charge section and reconfigure the charge appropriately from there. And that should cover how to manage charges within the Milecross Commission Management System.